So, good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. And today we'll finish off these functions. So here already we have discussed something about the functions, character functions as completed, and the numeric functions also. So almost all completed. So all these things have been operated by you in our previous classes. I mean previous languages. Almost all same kind of operations could be there here also. But only one thing is gets to mind, that is this one. Sign is very important. If it is negative, so -1 can be taken. If it is positive, +1 can be taken. If it is 0, 0 can be given. So that is the only point you need to understand here. So that is the only point here. Then coming to next kind of things, that is months. Okay, sorry, date functions. Date functions also a bit important while doing database applications here. So last day of this particular month, otherwise any kind of date you can give, what is the last day within that particular month will be displayed. And next day, in the sense today it is Wednesday, when next Wednesday will be, could be displayed here. And months between, if you take two different types of months, so what are the months between the two different types of dates will be taken into consideration. It is very important for us because using this particular function, you could calculate age of a particular person, experience of a particular person, and so on and so forth. Okay, many operations could be done by using this particular thing here. It is always gives in terms of only months. Okay, I'll show you. And if you want to add 2 more months or 3 more months to the current date, yes, you could add it. And you could display what is the current system date. System date in the sense your server state, not exactly your system date. It could be displayed your server state. These are the different kinds of operations which are available. Let me show you in terms of by taking the SQL as the reference. Look at this. Select. Already I told you everything will be processed using dual table only. So therefore, select everything. Sorry. SYS DATE state from dual. What is the present date of the system? Not exactly my system, my server. You could observe here. So 24/6/2020. So that is the output here. And similarly, wanted to produce what is the last day of this particular month. So if you want to take into consideration, so select LAST_DAY of SYS DATE state from dual. So last date will be 30th of this month. If you open your calendar, you could observe, yes, 30th is the last date here. Okay. Then followed by, if you are supposed to give any date, so where exactly you could consider this in the sense, while calculating or forecasting some kind of data, some kind of issues, then you may be have to access this last date of that particular column here. I mean that particular month here. So that is where last date can be taken into consideration. You are free to give any kind of date, whatever the date it may be, but a date format must be in this form. Date format must be MM-, so 3 characters month hyphen, so 2024 4 wise or 2 wise. There is no problem at all. Let me give you. Okay, so select LAST_DAY, last day of within single quotes. For example, so 23, so MAY, so 2023. What is the last date of May for 2023? So from dual. Okay, so 31st May. 31st May will be the so last day for 23 of so May here. Okay. However, it is only the purpose of this one is it could be select only so this particular thing. And let me consider, so what is the information about next day? What do you mean by next day here in the sense, today So next day will be taken two different types of parameters here. So let me consider. So next day of sys date comma, for example, I'd like to know today it is Wednesday, not exactly Wednesday. I'd like to know when next so Monday will be. For example, I wanted to know when next Monday will be, not exactly today. So when next Monday will be, you have to specify MONDAY, Monday. That is the character where exactly you have to specify here. Next Monday might be NEXT. Oh, I have typed NEST. So not NEST, it is NEXT. Okay. 29th June 2020 will be the next Monday. Okay. Wanted to know about any other day. Not exactly this one, any other day. So THURSDA by Thursday. So 25th will be the next coming Thursday, probably by tomorrow. Okay. Like this, you could consider next day also. Next day in the sense, the weekday. Okay. And I'd like to add 2 more months or 10 more months to the present date. What is the coming date here in the sense? So let us examine. So select ADD underscore MONTHS, add months. So current system date to whatever the system date I have been considered, that particular system date to, I'd like to add some 8 months. 8 months. So what is the next coming date from dual? Okay. So probably today it is 24/6/2020. So now if you add 8 months, it may be 24 February 21. So okay. So this is the specification to identify why this could be used here in the sense to identify the due date to pay some bill, something like that. How many months will be there? How many days will be there? Something like this will be taken into consideration. And very important point, months between. This is widely used in our database applications to identify date of birth and date of birth followed by experience or some other items. So date 1 and date 2. This date 1 must be the latest one, and date 2 will be the previous date. It is the latest date and it is the previous date. Let me show you. Select. So ADD underscore MONTHS, add months. Date 1 is today, date is system SYSDAT system date, and one more date will be some 12th, so MAR, so 1998, for example. I'd like to consider like this from so dual. If you take something like this, invalid number. Wait for a while. Why it could become an invalid bundle? Sorry, I have operated months between. I'm sorry, MONTHS between. That is the actual function I have to operate. You could see 267 months with so-called 40 days, something like this. Wanted to get in terms of years, what you are supposed to do. So you have to divide it by 12. Okay, you have to operate divided by 12. Obviously, it could be get so 22 years. Okay, 22 years, 22 years, 28 days, something like this here. Okay, wanted to specify in pure months. In pure months, I don't want any decimal places here. What you are supposed to do, you have to add a function called round of months between so and so. This is the number, comma 0. If you put 0, so it could be eliminate all decimal places here. So therefore, you could get a proper answer here. Okay, 22 years. Okay, if you go ahead with seal in the sense, so already 28. So 28 days will be there. It will be taken 23. Okay, 23 is not suggested. So 22 will be the answer. So something like this, you could able to provide some decimal value. Normally, it could be taken. So it could be always provides in terms of months only, 267 months. Wanted to convert this 267 months into years in the sense divided by 12. So if you, then it could be gives you some decimal place. If you want to eliminate the decimal place, of course, number kind of function, built-in function that is round can be used here, or truncate can be used here. Yes, you can get a number, integer here, something like this. Okay, you could operate something like this here. This is the way you have to operate this one. So this will be always taken into consideration of so months between. Let me show you an example in this regard. Set lines 100, set pages, let me say some 50, and select everything from EMP. Let me take this particular employee. So here hire dates are here. Hire dates are there here. I wanted to know, so Smith, what is his experience? Okay, based on this hire date, he was joined in the company 17th December 1980. He was joined on this particular date. And what is the so experience of this fellow, or this fellow, and so on. So for that point you are doing, so select name, employee name, followed by round or truncate. You can use trunc, TRUNC of MONTHS between as on today. That is what I am trying to specify. So SYSDAT, sysdate, comma. So our column name is HIREDATE, hire date, divided by 12. So comma 0, because I don't want to display any decimal places here. I want only only years. Okay. So take this one. RIANC, experience is the column name. So from EMP, if you take something like this, as Smith does have for 39 years experience, Allen also, and so something like this. So King has 38 years, Turner has 38 years, and Adams has 37 years, and so on and so forth. Okay, like this, you could also get the specification here. If you have any date of birth, obviously you could identify. So age of that particular fellow based on this particular thing here. Instead of experience, you maybe write age. Okay, something like that. In this way, you have to identify age and experience by using this one here. Then followed by, I don't want to touch about this particular thing at this moment here. So because it is very big subject, I don't want to touch at this moment. So at the end, I would like to touch about all these things here. Miscellaneous. Let us take this particular miscellaneous here. So all miscellaneous, many of miscellaneous functions could be operated on specific tables only. These could not be operated using dual. Okay, this could be operated by user tables only. So if you take user table, so based on that, it could be gets operated here. Okay, let me consider, for example, so let me take the example of this particular thing. So wanted to identify who will be paid above and who will be paid on and who will be paid below. Let me consider, I'd like to take one particular point here. 3,000 is the break-even point. 3,000 is the break-even point. So if the persons will be paid 3,000, then they will be on paid. The persons will be paid more than 3,000. They are paying so above paid. The people who are paying below 3,000, they will be considered as below pay. Wanted to display such kind of output here. Hope that you understand. So 3,000 is the break-even point here. If 3,000 will be paid, they are paying on paid. Yes, those people are paying whatever the break-even point on paid. Above 3,000 will be considered as above paid. Below 3,000, below paid. Wanted to display such kind of operation. Then using your programming language, you maybe gets implemented some if condition. If whatever the value you have taken into consideration, if salary is equal to 3,000, yes, it could be considered as unpaid. Else if salary is less than, so 3,000, below paid. Salary is greater than, so else if greater than 3,000, then that would be called as above paid. So you maybe implement such kind of so what do you call if structure in our programming languages. But here such kind of programming could not be expected here. So then what shall we do? So we have to go ahead and implement using decode. So decode is the specification here. Thereby, first of all, you need to apply basic condition or basic condition here. And if this condition or this particular value can be given some number of different kinds of values, let you please remember switch case here. Switch case. So in our programming languages, in switch case, switch off some expression will be taken. This expression may be given first case, second case, third case, fourth case, and so on. If this expression will be related to this one, execute something, break. So expression will be related to execute something and break. Something like this, it may be taken same as it is, but it could be written as a function. Okay. So base expression will be gives some value. If that some value will be equal to comparison one, output of that particular comparison. Otherwise, this base expression will be gives you so second comparison, third comparison, fourth comparison, so and so on and so forth. If any one of them, any comparison could not be took place, then we'll go ahead with default value. While I'm writing some kind of exercise, command, then you could understand here. My explanation here is break-even point will be 3,000. Let us write. So look at this sign of salary minus 3,000. For example, sign of salary minus 3,000. Okay, salary minus 3,000 in the sense if 800 minus 3,000 will be negative. 8,000, 5,000 minus 3,000 will be positive. 3,000 minus 3,000 will be 0. Based on that, we have to write. Let us see. Let us see this one. So select. So employee name, E name must be there, followed by decode. What is my condition here is SIGN, sign off. Whatever the salary you can consider minus. So 3,000 is our break-even point here. So if it is there, probably there is a possibility to produce -1. If -1 will be there, what is that? Below paid, that is the output. If it is positive one, this is the first condition, and the first condition value is this one. Second condition is this one, plus +1, comma, you could say above paid, and then if both is not be satisfied, then obviously it is 0. If you want to write 0, okay, there is no problem. If you want to go for default, there is no problem. Both will be okay. Let me go ahead with 0. If 0, so what will be on paid? Okay, on paid. Okay, so from EMP. Okay. Look at these people. So Smith is paying. If you want to have some kind of clarity, also select salary here. If you select salary, then you could have some clear idea. Okay, look at this. Because of 800, he was below paid. Because of 1600, he is below paid, and so on. Because of 3000, he is on paid, and 5000, so above paid, and the remaining everybody is below paid. Something like this. Hope that you understand. So base expression will be written some value. Those values might be this one or this one or this one. If this could be satisfied, base expression will be written. So this value, then what is the output? If this value, what is the output? If this value, what is the output? Of course, for my base expression, there is no default. Okay, it could be always gives you -1, +1, or 0. Any one of these values can be given. So that is why I have neglected. So what is the default expression here? Okay, like this you have to specify. So that is the point where exactly it could be gets operated by. So decode here. Okay, decode here. Now, hope that it is being understand. Okay. Now coming to next one. So NVL. It's very, very important for you to understand this NVL because it is playing a vital role in terms of doing exercise with null values in databases, especially in databases. So let me give you one example here. Let me give you one specific example. NVL. So what is NVL and how this could be used? Let me give you, before going to explain this particular NVL, let me give you. So select, I'd like to specify, my question is, you have here, look at this particular table, look at output of this employee. Here we do have, so employee salary, and some people does not have any salary, commission, but some people does have a commission here. So total salary in the sense, gross salary in the sense, So salary plus commission, that would be the gross salary actually. Okay, so he doesn't have any commission, so that his gross salary is 800 only, but he has some kind of commission. So total salary will be 1900 and 1750 and 2650, something like this. Okay, because of having some kind of so values here, commission values here. So you could also calculate what is the so total salary or gross salary of each and every employee because of commission field. So if you want to find some such a way, you maybe have select so employee name, and my general idea is salary plus commission from EMP. Okay, my general idea is salary must be added together with so commission. So that is the specification. Let me put my own alliance name. So this alias name will be so gross salary from EMP. If I would put something like this, you could see where exactly null values you have displayed null values only. You could observe this one here. All these are null values. So finally, conclusion may be understand, may not be understand by you. The conclusion will be any arithmetic operation with null will be returns null only. Okay. So null value into something null only, null value plus something null only, null value divided by something null only, null value minus something null only. So null value could not be gives any output if you operate any arithmetic operation, something like this. Okay, that is the problem here. So instead of null, I do have null here. I do have null here. Instead of null, if I would put 0 for time for the instance of time, so I don't want to store 0 into the database, but for evaluation point, I have to place 0 here. So instead of null, where exactly null will be there? For commission, null will be there. I have to place 0 there. Then 0, salary plus 0, so same salary. Salary plus 0 again, same salary. To substitute such kind of value, so we have taken into consideration of NVL. Our expression 1 will be your column name. If your column does have null value, so whatever the value with expression 2 will be substituted. If column does not have any null value, so column might be having some other value other than null, it doesn't substitute this value. It could be leaf. Okay, let us examine. I'd like to operate the same in terms of doing the specific. So here I'd like to consider NVL of null value of where commission is my column name. If commission could be there, I'd like to replace with 0. Of course, you could replace with your own value, so that doesn't matter. So look at this. So instead of null, it has been substituted with 0. So Smith 0 plus 800 plus 0, which is 800. Whereas if you are not supposed to operate this one in the previous query, so it doesn't give any kind of output here. I hope that you understand what is the NVL here right now. If try to understand Alan, what is the Alan salary here? 1900. What is the Alan salary here? Again 1900. There is no difference at all. If commission does have a value, 0 cannot be placed. If commission does not have a value and which will be have null, instead of null, it could be placed, it could be replaced with 0. So that is the importance of this null here, NVL here. NVL can be gets operated in such a way. Okay. And these are UID, what is the user ID of yours, and what is your username. Okay, then what is the row ID? It's very important also. I will explain this one for a while. And what is the level? Already we have taken this one. So level also be explained to you. So let me go ahead with UID. So your username is, so normally if you want to display your username, show user. Okay, username is Gopi. So select user from dual. If you take like this, yes, my username also, both will be same. So this is SQL plus command, this is SQL command. Okay, so look, this is Gopi. And if you go ahead and take this one, select so user ID from dual, show user UID cannot be there. Okay, so 106 is my username. Okay, Then followed by row ID. Row ID. Row ID is playing a vital role here. So let us have a look here. If you create, let me clear everything here. So select everything from EMP. If you create any kind of column, any kind of row, so into one particular table, the table must be so uniquely created one particular hidden column. That column is called as row ID. Row ID will be gets created for every column, for every row. So it's within this particular table here. Let us examine. So here, this is first row. It does have its row ID, which is being created on behalf of so this particular table. So this it does have its own row ID. Let me take one particular query here. Select so row ID, comma EMPNO, for example, comma ename. Okay, you'd like to take something from EMP. If you take something like this, yes, it could be displayed some values here. You please observe. Row ID was automatically created. Why this will be created in the sense where exactly this complete row has been stored in our hard disk or secondary storage device. It could be displays complete information here. So first 6 digits, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 6 digits, triple A, SDY. It will be called as object. It will be called as object. What is our object? Object is the object name is table. Okay. Then second 3 digits. So where exactly it has been stored in terms of which format it has been stored. It has been stored in the form of a file. In the form of a file, it has been stored. And next 6 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These digits will be in which block in our magnetic storage device. So in which block it has been stored, and followed by next 3 digits will be your row ID. Okay, normally if you consider your number will be, for example, JNTK number. So 17, so A1, 1A0, 1A0, so 501. It does have its own identity here. You have joined in 2017. A1 in the sense your college code, and 1A in the sense you are regular student. 1A in the sense regular student, and this could be considered as, let me say, this could be considered as CSC. 05 will be CSC. Last 01 will be your number. Similarly, here also same kind of thing here. First one is what is the kind of object here, and second one is whether it is being stored in terms of file or any other, and next one is in which block it has been stored. So block in the sense in our general secondary storage device. When you have to format your storage device, it could be divided into several number of sectors, tracks, and blocks. So in which block it has been stored, and what is the actual row ID? AAA, WAB, WAC, WAD, WAE. You could observe this last number would be changed here. If you create some more, so AAM after AAZ, it would be AB1, ABA, ABB, ABC, something like this. It will be changed here. Up to this moment, it could be, so everything is common. Okay. In this way, the row ID can be always plotted. Totally 18 digits will be there here. Either it is actually hexadecimal value. It is actually hexadecimal value. So 18 digits are there here with you. So these 18 digits will be divided into this particular form. That is what about the row ID. That is what about the row ID here. And let us consider what is level. Level will be, if you observe the complete data here, so king is the president. So let us consider king is the president. If you consider the hierarchy of your table or any organization, first president, after president, managers will be there. Under managers, some number of people within this particular thing. So analyst will be next position. Analyst will be there. After that, so clerks are there. Not clerks, salesmen are there. Then clerks are there. This is the hierarchy. This is a president, this is a manager, this is analyst, and this is salespersons, and this is clerks. Normally, this is the order here. If you write anything, so one president will be there, and several number of managers will be there. This is one manager. Under him, some people will be working here. Some hierarchical structure will be drawn by you, something like this. So if you consider any organization, wanted to display such kind of organization, such kind of a facility. So here, if you observe clearly, so some manager numbers are repeated. So look at this, 7698, 7698. Who will 7698? So 7698 is Blake. He is a manager. Under him, this salesperson, of course, this salesperson also working. All these three people are working there. This salesperson also working here. So wanted to display that hierarchical structure. So you have been work out with the level here. Okay. So if you want to specify, look at this. Let me move to previous slides here. Just wait for a while, please. One moment, please. If you go to previous slides, as I'm trying to give the create table. So the select the table here. Connect by prior condition, start with, and so on, as given. Okay. So this implicates the level. This implicates the level here. So how this could be gets operated here? Let us see. Within this particular level here. Let us see about this one here. Okay. So look at this. So select LPAD, because I'd like to produce some kind of space here. So that space will be some 2 spaces or 3 spaces here. So comma level is the command here, which could be taken here. Level into 4 or 5. You can take, because will be produces some space. While displaying the thing. Okay, comma, not comma, concatenated ename from EMP. Okay, employee names will be so segregated with hierarchy. Okay, connect by, look at this. Look at the clause here. Connect by, so prior to employee number will be equal to MGR. Where employee number will be equal to MGR, he will be the manager for that particular fellow. And where exactly you have to start with manager. MGR will be equal to NULL. Let me explain this particular command here. If MGR, if you consider King doesn't have any superior here, because he is the president of the organization. So he doesn't have any superior. Okay. And if you observe managers, so these two are managers. What are the manager number here? 7839. What is the employee number of this one? 7839 is King. So King is the superior for these two managers, and this particular one more manager here also. Okay. So that it has been implemented in such a way. So to display such kind of item, you have to specify LPAD, LAPD, not like this here. Wait for a while. LPAD, LPAD. Okay, it is not LAPD, LPAD. Okay. Okay, look at this. No rows are selected. Why? Employee name can be taken here. MGR will be okay. There is a specific reason why no rows are selected here. Null cannot be applied with equal. Null cannot be applied with equal. Null cannot be always checked with one operator. That operator is null. Sorry, is. Okay. I will explain you this one. So look at this. King is the highest position person. Under him, Jones, Blake, and Clerk are working. Under Jones, Scott is next position. Adams is next position. Okay. Under Jones, Scott and Ford are working. Under Scott, Adams is working. Under Ford, Smith is working. Under Blake, so these people are working. Under Clark, so Miller is working. Hope that you understand what is the specification here. Okay. So what is the level? So here it has been selected. So 4 characters here. if level will be changed, obviously into 4. Into 4 in the sense space will be produced. So one more 4. So level, so this is first level. So 0 into 4. So these 4 spaces will be produced here. And the first level, so first level in the sense 4 plus, so this again 4. So totally 8. Third, second level 16, 12, I think 12. Fourth level 16, something like this. It has been produced, the spaces in such a way. Like this, this particular query can be used. Connect by prior with. Okay, so these things will be gets operated in such a way. Okay, so this is what about the specification regarding to level here. Okay, level is being worked out with so in such a fashion here. That is the specification here. Then if you consider, so if you consider, select everything from EMP. I wanted to display the people, look at this. I wanted to display the people who have not having commission. So this person doesn't have commission, this person doesn't have commission, so that these values are null values. Wanted to specify like that, who doesn't have commission. Select everything from, so EMP where WHERE, where COMM is equal to null. Null cannot be compared with equal to. Instead of is equal to, you'd like to go ahead with is. Look at this. These are the people who doesn't have any commission. Okay. Who do have commission in the sense is not null. Is not null. These are the people who do have commission, and these are the people who doesn't have any commission. Okay. This is the way